Hey. Hey guys, welcome back. Kelly here with 1776 Firearms. Today, my buddy Fred and I hit up the range to shoot a couple of revolvers. The first one that we shot that we want to talk to you about is the Taurus. What model is this?
605.
The Taurus 605. 2-inch barrel, 5 rounds in the cylinder, double action, but you can shoot double or single action. And here is some video of us shooting it. We'll be right back. All right, let's see what you got, sweet cheeks.
All right, these are 357s.
Did you say 357? Okay.
Yep. Wow, that sucked worse than the Rhino. See what you got, princess. Woo! You gotta hold on. Come on.
All right, guys, welcome back. So that was just a couple of the shots of us shooting the Taurus
605.
605. What do you think?
357s I thought were a little unwieldy in it. On the verge of out of control just with the rise with the 2-inch barrel. 38s, they were fun to shoot. It's a good shooter. I like the Tauruses, the Smith clone that it is. It's a good gun, but like I said, I didn't care for shooting 357s out of it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. 2-inch barrel, so you did the 357 Magnums, like, dude, it would thump your hand.
Yeah.
A lot of rise, I mean, a lot of kick. It was very squirrely, almost uncontrollable for me. Even though I knew the next shot what was going to happen, so I'd try and tighten up my grip, but it didn't matter. With that little of a revolver, 357 Magnums, yeah, it was crazy powerful. Once we got to the 38 Special, so much more enjoyable. I mean, I could have shot 38 Special all day long. Right on target. The 357 Magnums, yeah, I found myself, whether it was single or double action, just kind of anticipating just a little bit, just because I knew what madness was about to come. But yeah, 38 Special, I'd shoot that all day long.
Oh yeah, out of that, it was a good shooter. 38, I was playing around, so I wasn't on point as much as normal. But it's a good shooter. I like it. It's a good backup nightstand gun that is my nightstand gun. So
I thought it smelled funny. So 5 rounds, man. I didn't like the 5 rounds.
Yeah. It's a smaller frame. You go up a lot in price with a 6-round and bulk. It's easily concealed, so it's
very easily concealed. The 5 rounds was kind of a negative for me, but I'd rather have 5 rounds than no rounds.
Exactly.
It was nice to shoot. So let's show you what the second gun that we shot was. Do you have anything else to add for the Taurus?
No.
Okay, sweet. All right, so here is the next revolver that we shot. This is the Chiappa Rhino. This one is a 2-inch barrel as well, 6-shot. I like the sight on this one. This one's got the high-vis front sight. But before I talk too much about it, let's watch some video of us shooting it. So, do you have to use the moon clips? Okay. All right, so the Rhino. What did you think, buddy?
I liked the Rhino. I thought it was controlled well. I wasn't a fan of the front sight. I had a little bit of an issue with it, but I like the ergonomics of it. And the way it functions, the barrel is on the bottom of the cylinder instead of the top, so you don't get as much rise. And it's definitely felt. You can feel it pushing back into you instead of rising, which I like that. It was easier to keep on point. It's a little bit bigger than the Taurus, but it's definitely a very carryable gun. So I definitely like that. Before I would carry that, though, I'd get used to the controls because they're completely different than any of the major manufacturers, Smith, Taurus, Colt, Ruger. The controls are different, so I would get used to those. And I wasn't a huge fan of having to use the moon clips to load it, putting 6 rounds in there. And that wasn't my favorite. I don't know if you can shoot with or without the moon clips. We're Googling.
Nothing. Okay. We got another guy off camera. He's trying to find out if you can or can't. Hey, so the Chiappa, man, I really didn't know what to think before we shot this. It looks different from any other revolver. It shoots different from any other revolver. Like Fred said, here's your barrel down here, where on most of your revolvers, the barrel is up here. So it does bring that shot back into your palm a little bit more. I loved... What?
You don't need to use the moon clips on 357-38 if you're shooting 9mm 40 cal. Same as any other revolver that they chamber in those. You need the moon clips for it to function correctly. So we wouldn't have needed to use the moon clips for that.
I hate my life. The moon clips sucked. I hated the moon clips, especially the first like 2 or 3 rounds that we shot. When you're breaking in those moon clips or when they're brand new, like it's brutal. brutal. But after that, they seem to get a little bit better. So I would highly recommend not using the moon clips, but that's up to you guys.
And for the price point, if you're going to get a higher end revolver, I like this. You're paying the same price for that as a Colt New Smith. The price point, I think you're not going to beat that.
I have never been a big revolver guy until I started doing these videos, and then I started shooting revolvers more. I used a revolver a couple times for hunting and stuff, and that was okay, but now is when I've really started getting into them. This is my new favorite revolver. I think one of the reasons I was skeptical is because of the price point. I mean, you're at $1,000 for any of the Rhinos. Way worth it, man.
1,000 to 1,500.
Dude, that is... I don't care if it was 357 Magnum or 38 Special. Like, it was so comfortable to shoot. With this one, 357 Magnum, like, it killed my hand, like I was saying. But this one is so comfortable. And then 38 Special, forget about it, dude. That thing was butter.
Yeah.
Butter.
Oh, yeah. 38 great.
Yeah. There's some pretty cool features. Fred pointed out to me, like, if you want to shoot this single action and you cock this hammer, it's got an indicator that lets you know that it is ready to fire. So that was kind of cool. The the cylinder release is right here instead of where most of your traditional double action revolvers, it's right here.
And I did like the cylinder release better than any of the other ones.
Yeah. Hey, both guns did well. Okay, the Taurus, I'm not knocking the Taurus. It did well for a traditional revolver. One thing I will say is the Rhino also had 6 rounds where, well, that's one more, so I like that. But yeah, guys, this is my new favorite revolver to shoot. This was so fun. So, guys, I hope this helps. Again, we make these videos for fun. The guns are available to us, so we just do it to have a good time. We're not in any way trying to sell you anything or tell you what you should or should not buy. So, thanks for watching.
Don't take our word. Do your due diligence. Shoot them and see if you like them first.
It's always best to do that before you get something. But you guys have a great one. We'll see you next time. Thanks.